I'm gonna start rapping, man. And everybody gonna be saying, man, I'm being Roy Jones Jr. I'm coming out like Roy. Y'all must have forgot. Yeah. Nah, I can't rap though, y'all. I always been the fighter. I play sports though. I play any sport. I play any sports. Yeah, for sure. We in the rapping session. I can't rap, man.
Well, I'm dressed. I just have to work. We got jobs too.
Yeah, I can't rap. That's what I'm saying. So I gotta stick to what I know. I beat people up.
Oh God.
I beat people up. Man. You know what I mean? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. At 12, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Canelo.
Why?
Man, yeah, he's still alive.
We got.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez just sent shockwaves through the boxing world with their fiery live press conference. After years of back and forth and rising tension, their long-anticipated fight is finally set. When these two pound-for-pound greats stood face-to-face, the atmosphere turned intense fast. But the real shocker? Crawford hit Alvarez with a bold statement that left him completely stunned. Let's break down what happened.
From 147 to 168, and the win become undisputed. Wow.
I want to go up to 68. So who would you fight at 68? Canelo?
If he win, or Charlo, the winner.
Wow. That would be crazy.
I want to be 3-time undisputed.
I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, he needs to enjoy his fight.
Okay,
he deserves it. He deserves it. I like Spence, but I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
Thank you very much.
This fight has been brewing for years, and the anticipation couldn't be higher. Both fighters are legends in the sport. Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion, boasts an impressive record of 62 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 39 knockouts. On the other hand, Terence "Bud" Crawford is still undefeated, standing at 40 wins with 31 knockouts. Crawford has conquered every division he's entered, consistently proving why he's one of the best.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just,
Oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like, yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Masvidal.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as a stepping stone. It's about now.
This fight isn't just about clashing styles. It's about cementing a legacy. Fans have long wondered if these two would ever share the ring. And now, it's finally happening. With both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford at the top of their game, the stage is set for a showdown that will define their careers.
Heard Turkey Al-Sheikh say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight, and then we'll see.
The moment Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez stepped on stage, the tension was undeniable. This wasn't just another press event. It was the long-awaited face-off ever since Crawford's dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr. in 2023. That win solidified Crawford as one of boxing's pound-for-pound best. But let's be real, some critics still question if he's truly been tested at the highest level. That's where Canelo comes in. As the undisputed super middleweight champion, he thrives on challenges and is determined to put any doubts to rest.
Tonight, Terence Crawford was Turkey Al-Sheikh at the other event across town, put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comments.
The second their eyes met, the tension was through the roof. Canelo Alvarez stood firm, arms crossed. with that signature smirk creeping in, while Terence Crawford remained composed, though the fire in his eyes said it all. The crowd fell silent, locked into the moment. Then, Canelo made his move. He called Crawford out, saying, "You've been avoiding me for years. You know it, I know it, and so do these fans. But now, there's nowhere to run. No more excuses." The audience erupted. Crawford, who had stayed cool until then, leaned in, fists clenched, ready to respond.
What's your record?
9-0.
9-0. How old are you?
25.
How old?
25, yeah.
25 years old?
Right, yeah.
9-0?
Yeah.
What weight are you in?
Fica convence.
Yes, переводчик. Lightweight.
Lightweight?
Yeah.
Where were you on the
Doesn't
Contender
matter.
Series? The Contender Series just ended. Where were you?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
You ready?
Give me chance, please. Yeah. Doesn't matter. UFC. Can't tell them.
Dodging you? Please. I've been ready. You're the one who's been waiting for the perfect moment. Well, guess what? That moment is now, and you're not gonna like what's coming. And just like that, the battle lines were drawn. What followed was absolute fireworks, a heated exchange so intense it felt like a scene from a blockbuster movie. The words came fast and sharp, and even the reporters struggled to keep up with the fire coming from that stage.
If I'm easy work, I heard him say, I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you know, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
As the exchange intensified, the atmosphere in the room completely shifted. What started as a routine promotional event quickly escalated into a full-blown war of words. Canelo Alvarez didn't hesitate, accusing Terence Crawford of handpicking easier opponents. But Crawford wasn't backing down. He fired right back, calling out Canelo for avoiding the toughest challengers during his reign at the top.
Bud Crawford, just won his debut at 154, said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
You know, everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And you know, like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 ways plus less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we...
Security had to intervene before things escalated further, but by then, the message was clear. This fight goes beyond the ring. It's personal. Neither Terence Crawford nor Canelo Alvarez is willing to back down. The crowd was electric, and social media hasn't stopped buzzing since. Fans and analysts are in a frenzy, flooding the internet with reactions, debates, and endless memes. It's got everyone choosing sides, fueling what feels like one of the biggest rivalries in boxing history.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out.
On one side, the Crawford army stands firm, believing their fighter is the true pound-for-pound king, ready to cement his legacy by taking down the legendary Canelo Alvarez. On the other, Canelo's diehard supporters are just as passionate, insisting that his experience, power, and ring intelligence will be too much for Crawford to handle.
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo. And he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a...
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Every platform is buzzing with predictions and fan debates. One fan boldly tweeted, "Crawford's about to give Canelo a boxing lesson." Moments later, another fired back, "Canelo's sending Crawford back to welterweight in tears." It's clear this fight has the entire boxing world on edge, splitting fans right down the middle. Everyone's locked in, sides are chosen, and no one is backing down.
Is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Well, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35, 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yes. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
But it's not just the fans stirring the debate. Boxing promoters and analysts are jumping in too. Promoter Eddie Hearn called this a once-in-a-lifetime showdown, even predicting it could break pay-per-view records. It's clear this fight isn't just huge. It has the potential to redefine boxing history.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo. Yeah. Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything that happens in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't.
Meanwhile, legendary trainer Freddie Roach weighed in, acknowledging Crawford's skills, but pointing out that Canelo Alvarez's power and experience at higher weight classes give him the edge. It's the classic battle of skill versus strength, and opinions are flying on who will come out on top. Tim Bradley, a longtime supporter of Terence Crawford, didn't mince words after the press conference. He stood firm, insisting that Crawford's mindset and strategy will break Canelo Alvarez down, proving once and for all that he's the best fighter in the world.
Incline.
On the other hand, Bernard Hopkins, a staunch Canelo advocate, fired back. He emphasized Canelo's experience against tougher opponents, saying the Mexican star knows exactly how to handle high-pressure fights. In Hopkins' view, Crawford is in for a serious wake-up call.
Everybody keeps bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird, because you'd have to gain 20 pounds.
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, catch weight. You can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably 160 or something.
So you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158. 60.
Experts may be split, but one thing is crystal clear. This fight has sparked non-stop debates. Fans are making their predictions, analysts are breaking down every angle, and promoters are soaking in the hype of this massive showdown. It's more than just a fight. It's a career-defining moment that could reshape the legacies of both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. And without a doubt, the world will be watching every second of it.
Some stuff about with the whole Oscar De La Hoya thing. I'm glad to go away from him. Yeah.
He's fucking crazy.
We're really good friends with Dana White,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like Oscar De La Hoya too. I said.
Oscar De La Hoya has announced he's coming out of retirement to box again.
Cocaine isn't cheap.
I think nobody.
Because he's a vacuum, right?
Every time he's in problems, he don't have any fighters left. Ryan Garcia, because he signed with him. Now Ryan Garcia, I think he's in a problem with him. That's why nobody wants to be with him, because he's no loyal.
This face-off felt like a crucial moment for both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. If neither could shake the other mentally, the real showdown will come down to their skill, strategy, and execution in the ring, where both excel. But the biggest factor at play is legacy. Both are already great, but this fight could cement their place in history. The weight jump adds another layer of intrigue. Crawford has dominated at 154 pounds, while Canelo reigns at 168. The big question is, can Crawford handle the extra weight and Canelo's power, or will his speed and technical ability be the deciding factor? That's what everyone is eager to find out. This fight is special because it's more than just a battle for titles. It's about breaking barriers between weight classes, and that's what has everyone talking. But beyond the excitement, the real prize is legacy. For Canelo Alvarez, a victory would solidify his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time. For Terence Crawford, this is his chance to prove he's the undisputed pound-for-pound best and show the world he can conquer a legend. Canelo Alvarez's legacy is already cemented, but a victory here could elevate him to an entirely new level. On the other hand, Terence Crawford is fighting to etch his name into boxing history. For both warriors, the stakes have never been higher.
Right, yes, that's right, Cam. Run it up, Cam. That's right. On the toes, on the toes, on the toes. There you go, on the toes. On the toes. Ah! I'll try to move like too quickly.
This press conference was just a preview of what's coming. The fight is shaping up to be one of the biggest events in boxing history. And if today's intensity is any indication, we're in for an unforgettable showdown. So, who are you backing? Team Canelo or Team Crawford? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest updates on this massive fight. This one's going to be legendary. See you in the next video, fight fans.